What's up, everybody? How y'all doing?
How you doing, sir?
Blessed and highly favored. How about you?
Blessed. You know we blessed to be alive.
Can't complain. Ain't much else to say.
Yeah, exactly. So, all right, let's get it started. So, Chavez, can you tell us how you got to where your journey is, like your sports story to where you are right now in your journey?
It's a pretty broad question, but yeah, I started playing basketball when I was 3 years old. I do not like how this camera look. I started basketball when I was 3 years old. My dad was the first person to introduce me to a basketball. It was like right after my mom died, and kind of ever since I've just been playing basketball. Really, I played other sports like soccer was probably my first love. I liked football. My whole family played football. My dad, my brother, my cousin. Um, so all played college football. So I really fell in love with football for real. But basketball was the one that kept calling to me, and I finally answered. I guess you can put it like that. And ever since, I've been just playing basketball. I played middle school, played in high school. I played at two different high schools, one state in high school. I played at three different colleges. I won conference championship regular season and a conference tournament. I've been to the tournament three different times. I've been on the best teams in Wofford college history, and I've been on the best team in probably USC basketball history for men's. Um, yeah, I've done a lot of cool stuff, and I played professionally for the last 2 years. I played in Germany last year. Had a really good season individually, and then last year before that, I was my rookie year. I was in Greece, and I won the slam dunk contest, and I was a all star, and I went and took my team to the playoffs. So my first year was really fun. It was hard, but it was really fun. But now I'm back home. Thank the Lord. I'm so happy to be here. I don't know how good y'all got it as Americans being in America. Um, and I'm just embracing being here at home, man. I'm not in no rush to do nothing else. I'm excited for what's next in my chapter of my career. I can't wait to figure out what it is. But right now, I'm just happy to be home where there's Bojangles and Chick-fil-A, bro. So I'm not complaining. But that's how I got to where I am today.
Bojangles, you love some Bojangles, I swear. I
Yeah, that's like American food, man. I'm an American boy. That's what I
know
am.
that. So let's get to the point. So, what would you say is the competition difference between, like, say, College of Charleston, Wofford, and USC?
It was no real difference. Everywhere I went, I competed against somebody. I went to College Charleston. Jarrell Brantley was my, I guess you could say, my older vet. I mean, he wasn't, but he was my older vet, I guess, at the time at Charleston. So most of my time I competed with Jarrell, and it was hard, man. Especially somebody that's 6'7", about 250, 260. I mean, you seen him play against UNC Wilmington, bro. It was a tank, like baby Carmelo. But he's a bucket. He was tough. Really introduced me to the college game in a lot of different ways, pointed a lot of stuff out to me. Him and Grant Riller and Joe Chili were three big important people in my life. I would say my freshman year, as far as basketball is concerned. Then I went to Wofford and I saw the best shooters of my entire life. I seen Fletcher McGee. I saw Nathan Hoover. Man, I mean, just people that just make it rain from the 3 point line. It just makes sense. Like, it's crazy. And then couple that with like some of the best bigs I've ever played with too, with Cam Jackson, who plays in Japan right now. So does Kele Alum, he plays in Korea. And I got a chance to play with those guys. We all went to the tournament, had a great time. Our team's better than Steph Curry's Davidson team easily. So I mean, I can't complain. I mean, everywhere I went, there's good competition. And then you go to USC, I played with Evan Mobley and Isaiah Mobley. Literally like a top lottery pick, bro. Top 3 picks is Evan. Like Evan is a unicorn. It's crazy. Um, and yeah, overall, that's everywhere I've been. I just had
So,
played somebody that was crazy. Like there's always been competition wherever I went. So it was never like a slack or a moment that was like, damn, like I'm the best player here. You know what I'm saying? It's always like I gotta be outbeat somebody. You know. So even last year I was in Germany. We got a player named Derek Olsen Jr. Played at Boise State. About 6'9", super athletic, skinny dude. Bro, he's gifted, bro. He's got a quick first step and he got a crazy jump shot from any release point. So I've seen some players. I played against some really good players in my career. I played with some really good players. I've been blessed to do that, and I just can't wait to see what I play with next. But yeah, the competition level didn't really change from point of point B. If anything, if it changed, it just got better. That's the only change that happened. Just yeah, everybody kept getting better wherever I went. It was like, dang, still got something to work on, which is exciting as a competitor.
Yeah, because I was one thing for sure, like the the game skills, like to see your game skills just continue to grow, like especially from Charleston, Wofford to USC, like just to see the growth. I was like, yo, look at God.
Like, hey man, look at God, and then so I always put my head down, I just keep working.
Ooh, having technical difficulties. Tick, tick, tick. Okay, tick, tick. Okay, there you go. It went black for me.
Um, yeah, somebody tried to call me.
Oh,
But yeah, man, I just kept working. I just never stopped working. Honestly, that's probably my biggest secret to any of this all this. I just never stopped working. So that's just all I can really say. My testament is just to the work I put in and just having faith in myself. And honestly, I can't go nowhere without God. So that's probably my three biggest secrets to the whole thing. Really, I ain't have no dad or nobody tell me like or come fight for me, nothing like that. But I had to go out there and do it myself. Earn every minute I got. Not like other players nowadays and kind of get catered to you type of deals. So. But to each their own. Everybody has their own path and journey, so I can't complain.
I know that's right. Just know this podcast is raw and real. So ISIS. Okay, yeah, there you go. So my question is for you. Um, how did you get into women's sports? Like, how did you become, like, say, advocate for women's sports?
Same way I got into sports in general. My dad coached women's basketball, so that's what I learned how to play basketball. Watching women play basketball. I watched Kobe and like Dirk Nowitzki and like Lamar Odom and players like that growing up, like Paul Pierce. I watched those guys growing up for sure on TV, but in person, like day to day, like my dad was coaching women. Like my dad coached men's too, but he coached women. So like I've had respect for women's basketball before the Juju Watkins, before the Caitlin Clarks, before the Ray Andreesses, before all these big names that just started popping up out the blue. I was a big fan of basketball, women's basketball for a long time. My favorite player used to be Skylar Diggins, and then changed to Natalie Achungwa. Then it changed to, like Lisa Leslie, Candace Parker, field players like that. I don't know if you heard anything I just did.
So like, so I remember like, what's it called? Like when Asia Wilson was like really big in South Carolina. I remember you tune into it a lot, like, because she's like the South Carolina homegrown. Where you from? That area. So what was that? What's that like to see like someone like her, represent South Carolina, like go all the way to the WNBA?
Honestly, he's probably the right person to do it. And it doesn't have to be a woman. The gender don't matter, bro. As far as hooping goes, she's the perfect person to lead the generation of hoop that we are now. We had a lot of different male athletes that are in our generation that have been like the name or the big star name, but Asia's been the most consistent. And honestly, bro, she just as hardworking as everybody else that comes up. She embodies who we are. Your business does really well. She speaks well. She talks well. She's confident in herself. And on top of that, bro, she go out there and handle her business, regardless if the league is supporting her or not. Which I think they should support her more because Asia's a multiple time MVP, multiple time been in the finals, bro. Won a state championship multiple times. Won a national championship at South Carolina. Like no man or woman has done that at that school. Like no one wanted to do that at that school, but she went and did that. So like, bro, Asia's the perfect like person to represent South Carolina basketball and represent my generation of hoopers because she just do so much. She means so much. I mean, honestly, man, you get a statue before you retire, ain't that much else to talk about. It's already said.
Man, because that statue was too nice. I was like, dang, she's still playing, but yeah, already got a statue. Like, just that's so unheard of.
Unheard of. Not a lot of people, man or woman, got that. So that's why it's big ups, big salute to Asia for real. Like he misses 803. I give it a crown for sure.
So my question is for you, like, you know, um, how impactful has the NIL have been, for you as as a college when you were at college, how impactful was the NIL, as well as do you see it kind of continuing to grow with more athletes learning more about it?
I mean, it's a story of my career. I was the first person to deal with it. No one knew what the heck to do with it. Now that I'm gone, everybody knows how to chop it up, cut it up, slice it up, have you want to decide it. They know how to divvy it up any way, which way with third. But my last year was the first year in NIL. So everybody was like, how does this work? Do college players have to pay taxes? College players, like, you know what I'm saying? It was a whole bunch of questions. I was in the guinea pig era. So, like, for me, it kind of sucked because no one knew how to, like, distribute the money or how it would work or anything like that. Plus, I went to USC, which is known for scandals and all this stuff. You know what I'm saying? Ricky Bush, OK Mayo. So like it was even harder for us because they were so skeptical about how we moved. They moved in like on like walking on eggshells. And then you look at Kentucky, Oscar Tshiebwe's getting like millions of dollars first year out. You know what I'm saying? You just kind of sitting over there on the West Coast like, dang, like what do I got to do to get that? Then boom, season's over with. Now you're pro. And now boom, now they have the NIL able to move it, distribute it, how much we can pay you, all this stuff now. So it sucks kind of seeing it, everybody else kind of reap the benefits of what you kind of try to start doing, and you didn't get a chance to really get a piece of it. So it sucks. But I think it's pretty cool for the kids that get to do experience it. I think it's a little unrealistic at times too, because now kids are looking at it like how much you gonna pay me versus how you gonna get into the NBA. And I really think a lot of kids gonna start thinking like I don't want to go to the NBA no more. I just want to go to college, make this little NIL money, and go ahead and get a regular job, call it a career. So I really think it's kind of cool, but I also think it might be detrimental to the game of basketball in certain ways because a lot of people start plateauing a lot earlier just to get that quick bag, just to get out of there and do something else with their life. Which I don't blame them. It's just don't hurt the game. But we'll see.
Cause man, like folks don't understand how hard like student athletes are the hardest working folks, and you know it because imagine waking up 5 in the morning like this with all the stuff, and then
Mm.
ending your day like 10 or 11 at night. So like
Yeah, at daily though.
yeah.
Daily though. That's the difference. It's not just one or two nights. It's every day, every day. So it's different, but I think it's gonna be cool to see how they kind of progress and play, and you know what I'm saying, how they kind of figure it out. So
So
we'll
my
see.
question. So I noticed like you were. Remember seeing like this picture, and I thought this was the dopest picture of you. Like, of course, like just seeing like I remember at USC, you got a chance to meet Bill Walton, and one of the great legends. So what's it like to, with Bill Walton, what's it like to have him as a mentor, and like how impactful was it to like have him like and just a mentor, but also like just be able to be around him, especially with the Pac-12 you were at.
Well, first thing Bill would tell me is to smile, so let me smile. That's the first thing Bill would tell me. Secondly, Bill would tell me, being able to express how you feel in hopes to inspire others is a great gift you can give anybody and give yourself at the same time. So, I mean, just having Bill as a mentor and as a friend, bro, was I wouldn't trade for anything in the world. There's not enough money in the world that can like give me those moments and memories back. But just like being able to speak to Bill when I could, talk to him before the games, like around shit around when we play UCLA or we play somebody else. I always took my time out to say hello to Bill, and we'll sit there and talk for 15 minutes, 10 minutes, whatever the case might be. But every time I knew Bill was calling my game, I was excited. Because when I was killing up as a kid and I was living on the East Coast, so I used to stay up late and watch basketball with my dad. Bill Walton was calling the games. And you know what I'm saying? It was just brought I feel like it could give you a stamp as a hooper, like to have Bill Walton call your games. So Bill Walton is winning national championships, Bill Walton is winning NBA championships. And people make fun of Bill Walton for how he commentates and how he expresses himself, but bro, he's just authentically being himself, you know what I'm saying? And he being truthful. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes them games ain't that important. Sometimes them games are blowouts, but you want him to still talk about the game for what? I mean, his mind got more information than the game itself. You watching anyway, so I don't know what he's complaining about. But overall, bro, having Bill as a mentor, bro, really helped me step out my shell and help me be myself. And it also showed me that somebody from where I'm from, small town in South Carolina, can go out there and be friends and shake hands with people that honestly a lot of people where I'm from do not get the opportunity to do. So it was just a blessing to be able to sit there and be like, I can say I had Bill Walton as my friend. Bill Walton is my mentor. I reached out to Bill Walton for Christmas, and he tells me Merry Christmas, Chavez, and blesses me and everything. Thanksgiving too. It's just which is awesome having him around. I wish I could be able to be in the States playing in the NBA so I could actually, pick his brain and talk to him more than just being overseas and kind of away from him and everybody else. But my path is my path. But I'm still grateful for having Bill as my mentor and my friend, and I will always call Bill Walton my friend. So it's a blessing in itself to say that.
Oh, it's,
There's my dog.
it's just because honestly, like you would see him a lot on the Pac-12. Like I remember seeing him a lot on commentating in the Pac-12, and then like, but honestly, like just the impact, I guess, with NBA, like just everything, like when he passed, it was like, yo, this was very shocking. Like,
Yeah, yeah, it
so
was. But I think it'd be weird not seeing, no Pac-12 no more. I don't know where Bill would have gone next and what he would have did next. I mean, he probably would still commentated, but probably in a different way, or probably wouldn't did something completely different. Who knows? But I know Bill Walton calling. I know a UCLA USC game and Bill Walton calling it is gonna look weird, gonna sound weird, gonna feel weird for decades. So they can have fun with however conferences they want to shake up and more, but they can't replace Bill and what he brought to the game, especially with that rivalry. Because Bill Walton played in that rivalry, Bill Walton knew that rivalry more than anybody else. So it's gonna be interesting to see how they kind of grow without him. But it would have looked weird if he was there in the Big Ten calling Michigan and Michigan State. Like, first of all, Bill doesn't like the cold, so that wasn't gonna work no way. That
man,
one, no way.
and that was always a battle too. The USC UCLA was always the battle of the LA's who took over LA and stuff. So
Yeah. And probably one of the few USC players in history that got a winning record against UCLA, and I'll stand on that. I'll take that to the crib. Most players at USC don't really say they can have a winning record against UCLA, so it's cool to be able to say I own the Care Bears forever.
I know that's right. You better slay on
Um,
that. Let them know.
and they know. I ain't gotta let them know they know.
So my question is for you, like from your perspective, how can like more male athletes and more men actually support women's sports, especially with women's basketball?
Um, that's gonna be hard. I'm not saying it's impossible. It's gonna be hard. I mean, you really gotta tell somebody to shut up and just watch the game, for real. And that's the best way to go about doing it. Shut up and watch the game. Don't sit there and try to be like, dang, they ain't dunking, dang, they ain't doing this. You over here nitpicking at stuff that, bro, you know they can't do. So why are you watching the game to begin with? So I feel like for men, like you're gonna watch the game, you're gonna actually try to sit there and learn something, or actually trying to enjoy the game just to be a fan. Do that. And don't sit there and try to critique and nitpick it and dismantle it, bro. You're wasting your time and everybody else's. Like, just don't do that. I'm saying those women go out there, they work hard. They put in time and effort, energy into what they do. That's their craft, bro. And it's kind of crazy to me to see like men kind of go out there and joke about it and like make fun of it and try to nitpick at it. Like, bro, if someone nitpick at your job, you worked as like a I don't know a car dealer or something like that, bro. You wouldn't like that doing so well. You doing that to female athletes. You know what I'm saying? Like, kind of weird. But I feel like for a man to really sit there and want to understand and learn a women's game, they got to sit down and watch it and understand like there's just different levels and different speeds that women do that men don't do. You know what I'm saying? But women are much more technically sound, fundamentally sound, so much more skill, so much more IQ because they're not athletic. So when you're not as athletic, your IQ goes up another couple notches. And if you play against everybody out there, there's IQ is so high, especially in the WNBA or overseas in Euro League or Euro Cup for females that are play over there as well. Bro, you're gonna run into some beasts and some monsters, and you're gonna see some people that cook people just off the skill itself. And that joint right there can teach another hooper, especially a male hooper that's coming up in high school or middle school that want to get better than their peers. I would tell them, especially if they was a guard, I would go tell them watch women's basketball. Like if I was a high school boy, I watch Juju Watkins play all day because she can get to any spot she wants to as a guard. She dominates the game from that guard position. Same if I was a big, you know what I'm saying, that wasn't a dunker, bro. I watch this is one girl. I can't remember her name off the top of my head. I mean, obviously, with all the post players, I watch Asia for sure. I watch Asia myself because she has so many different moves. You know what I'm saying? You can watch Paige Bucher. She got a lot of different stop and goes and a lot of different hesitation moves that I like. There's just one girl from, I want to say Oregon State. I might be wrong. She's a big girl. She has a,
Reagan?
Think so. She's so tough. She posts you up. It's over. You're not going nowhere. She gets to her spot every time. She's tough. I watch her. She's so skilled with how she plays. I watch Alyssa Peely from Utah as well. Great shooter. Great shooter. I'm talking about. I'm trailing threes. Is her shot, boy. That's like her shot. She got that down pat. And then she can play off the dribble too. She uses her body really well. She plays like the female version of Jarrell Brantley in a lot of ways. I think she's a better shooter than Jarrell. And I get but in a lot of ways, she plays just like Jarrell, using her body really well, getting to her spots, and knowing how to be the best version of herself with what she has. So I feel like there's a lot of players you can go out there and watch and learn a lot from, especially as younger players, younger basketball players that are trying to get to college, trying to get to the NBA, trying to get to the pros. Like you can watch NBA players for sure; they're gonna teach you stuff here and there. But the NBA game is just that NBA. It's not high school. It's not college. Every level got something different. But for females, bro, they go at different levels. Only difference is it's the IQ, maybe a little bit more athleticism change, but mostly it's the IQ just get higher and the skill get higher. So that game don't change for so much. That's why I watch females more than males, in my opinion.
Do you feel like there's an IQ difference between the males and females when it comes to on the basketball court?
Most definitely. I feel like when you coaching or playing with females, they listen. They do exactly what you tell them to do, which is great, but bad too. Because sometimes you want somebody to be a little creative, a little bit outside the box, to be able to create their own shot, create their own stuff for the team, whatever. When the play doesn't work, but for the most part, females do exactly what you tell them to do on the court, which is good because your offense gonna run like that. You ain't gotta repeat yourself, but so much. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be a lot. It's gonna be a little smoother in that sense. But as far as on the flip side of it, I feel like when it comes to coaching males, bro, they know everything. So like when you try to teach them stuff, they moving at 1,000 miles an hour. They're not stopping them. Just trying to listen to you. But on the flip side, when it's time to be creative, be special in certain clutch moments, we have always played in a more like just a free open space more than females have. Females have been more constructed, fine spaces because of this just difference. But I feel like if I had to choose, if I was a coach and I had to choose which one I would coach first, I'll coach the females because they'll listen. And you need people to listen. Actually listen and understand you, not listen and be like, yeah, I heard you. No, listen to me. Don't say you heard me. Listen to what I'm saying. I feel like that's a big key difference.
I try to tell folks there's a difference between listening and hearing. I try to tell folks
Like,
because
they ain't listening.
I try to tell folks my thing is there's a difference between hearing someone and listening to someone. When you hear someone, it's like, yes, ma'am, no, ma'am, yes, sir, no, sir. But when you listen to someone, you're actually listening to them. You're showing like the empathetic. You may not understand what they're going through, but you're willing to be empathetic and listening and just just provide the support because like you're learning more about them. So
Or I agree.
I'm
I agree.
I'm just
Yeah,
I'm,
you said you can't say no better than that. For real. Can't say no better than that.
I'm just saying, folks ain't ready for that conversation. They ain't ready for that conversation. Just like some folks, they ain't ready for that J. Cole music. Some can't handle the J. Cole music though.
Uh, J. Cole's an acquired. I guess J. Cole's an acquired taste, but I feel like I don't know why you gotta acquire it. I mean, bro is the best lyricist on earth right now. So I don't know. People be like, "Oh, I don't like how he sounds." Okay, then you just immature. That's fine. It's like,
I
you want
mean,
I mean, hey, we don't. Everyone listens to Kids Bop for a reason. You want to listen to Kids Bop? That's cool. You want to listen to grown folks music, The Quiet Storm? Let us know. But until then, keep playing some of that Kids Bop. Little some weak 808s and drums and that one catchy hook. You want to listen to Kids Bop? Go ahead. You want to listen to some real? Well, you know where to find it. That's all I can tell people.
it's like the acquired taste, like what's it called? Like the acquired wine taste, the wine.
Yeah, yeah, that's cow. That's, ain't no quiet nothing.
So my question is for you: what was the transition like from college to pro? What was that like?
A whirlwind. No one tells you what it's gonna be like, cause most people don't even get a chance to go through it, and the people that do go through it, they try and gatekeep a lot of information from you. So it was hard at first, but I mean, I had some really cool older guys that played pro for like a couple of years, like Jonah Matthews helped me a lot. Nick Rakosovic helped me a lot. Cam Jackson helped me. Jarrell Brantley, Ted Mack, those guys, NJ Reddy, those guys really were people I could lean on and ask some questions about what it's like to be a pro. And that small, minute time I had from literally this time 2 years ago to August when I had to go to Greece, it was crazy. I literally had to move out of my dorm and all my stuff was in LA, so I had to move all my stuff back to back to South Carolina while flying on a plane to go to Greece. So it was nerve wracking trying to make sure all your stuff get back to the crib while you still trying to go play basketball professionally in a place you've never been. And you only been out of the country one time for like 10 days, and you tell me I'd be there for 9 months. And I don't know none of this. I don't know no Greek, and I don't get a chance to see my family before I leave. Yeah, okay. All right, this is what it's like to be a pro. And that's when I knew I was like, man, I gotta make this work. I ain't really thinking nothing else. I just gotta make this work. At least this 1 year. I gotta make this 1 year work because I just missed out the whole summer. I didn't get a chance to play in the real league that I want to play in with the NBA. You know what I'm saying? Like it just kind of hurt me a lot. I was hurt. I was hurt. A kid trying to get out of college and understand like what to do, how to survive, how to eat. You know what I'm saying? You've been playing college basketball, high school basketball your whole life, and everything's kind of been like in a way provided for you, but you earn those things. Now you working and they paying you money for you to go out there and make sure you feed yourself and you know what I'm saying, do all the stuff you need to do as an adult. So it's a little different feel, it's a little different twist and turn, and it's harder too because I didn't go to the G League and all that stuff. I went overseas, so I had to come back and learn what it was like to deal with taxes. You know what I'm saying? I still got to get paid. I had to learn when to come back and get insurance. You know what I'm saying? Like I can't just come back here and just drive around in cars and no insurance. You know what I'm saying? Like it's different stuff that you had to learn as a kid growing up. Like I got like a crash course in that within the last 2 years. So the transition from being in college to a pro just off the court was just hard. And so on the court, bro, was pretty easy. I mean, you see why they bring you over there. I mean, any hooper that makes it that far, then overseas and play as a pro, you know why you over there. Like you'll get over there, you'll see immediately. Oh, I see what y'all doing. Yeah, I get it. And you're gonna go from there and just do your job and be the best version of yourself. And as long as you listen and you being as coachable as you have been up to that point, you'll be just fine going further in your career. But also, one thing I will tell everybody that wants to become a hooper or a pro hooper from a college hooper and they didn't have the greatest college career or the lottery pick college career, or whatever the heck you want to call it, or wasn't a one and done or whatever, I would tell you this is that you get a chance to reinvent yourself and get a chance to be the player you want to be as a pro your first year out. But you already established yourself and stand on your 10. What I mean by stand on your 10 is you can't let nobody, not a coach, not a player, not a family member, nobody tell you what you should be playing, like how you should be playing. You just go out there and play your game and let them adjust to you. That'd be a lot of big advice for somebody making that transition from high school to from college to the pros.
What would you say is the misconception when it comes to overseas that people feel like they downplay overseas competition?
Those are some of the best players in the world over there. Like the best on planet Earth are over there. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you look in the NBA, they say most of the top players are from where? Europe, right? So if they in Europe, if they come to America and they're from Europe and they're quote unquote the best, what you think over here? How you think they gave the best? They ain't playing America their whole lives. They had to come from over here to come over there. So obviously they had to go through somebody to get to where they at. Like I had to go through somebody to get to where I had to be at. So I think the big misconception about being overseas is that it's easier than you playing over there. It's not easier. Probably easier playing in America than it is playing overseas, honestly. Because the fouls are different, contact different. Now no one knows who you are, so your name don't mean nothing. No matter if you're a 5 star, 2 star, UNC, Kentucky, Western Kentucky, don't matter, bro. Once you get over there, you are zero. Like he is zero, you are zero. You are nothing more, nothing less. You are zero. You want to be more? Show me more. That's exactly what they're gonna tell you. And you got to be able to step up and really want to do that. So it's kind of that's the biggest misconception I would say, bro. It's harder playing overseas than it is in America, man. You got everything you want in America. You got your family, you got same language. One thing you just don't get paid. But overseas, no one knows how to speak to you. You don't know how to speak the language. You don't know the jet lag is crazy. You practice every day, even though you don't need to. You practice every day just because they feel like everyone else is working in the world. You should be working too. That don't make no sense. But it's just a lot more. It's just a lot more to it than you would ever expect, bro. And then the resources they don't have. Not a lot of teams have a lot of resources like they do in college. Like Norman, Texas, rarities. Ice baths are rarities. shoot, bro, like warm ups, clothes, like gear from teams. Like you don't get a whole bunch of gear from teams. You get a sweatsuit, maybe, and like you know what I'm saying, where you playing that game. That's it. There's not a lot of the gear and stuff like that. What you did when you got when you D1 or whatever the case might be. It's, it's ruthless over there, bro. It's aggressive. It's not for the weak. So if you can really make it through that, bro, you can do anything. Especially playing, you know what I'm saying, just play anywhere else in the world. But it's hard, man. It's hard.
Yeah, because I've been hearing stories like where the competition is rough. Like some folks come out with bruises, like, and like just how the playing style is just so different from the say the NBA. So, but my question is, since first of all, it felt like a reunion last year when we saw each other at the pro am because it felt like a reunion. So my question is, what would you say is the difference, like with playing overseas versus playing like at the pro am?
Hard to compare the two because the program is more of a showcase. You know what I'm saying? You kind of go out there and you showcase your skills and abilities. You know what I'm saying? Everybody trying to win, especially in the Charlotte program. The Charlotte program is really actually probably one of the more competitive programs I've been in. Um, that and the Drew League, those been some pretty competitive bumps and runs, but it's more or less a showcase. You know what I'm saying? Overseas is like we trying to show you the work. We trying to win the game. Like this is a team. Like overseas is like college basketball, but super college basketball. Like there's plays, there's schemes, there's defense. There's no defense in 3 seconds. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? It's just different. It's more or less we trying to win the game for the team overseas versus the program is like you can take that approach, but for the most part, bro, it's just a showcase of your abilities and skills of the individual in a team setting versus overseas is like this is what we need to do. Like this is a team job, regardless of who in the crowd, regardless of how many cameras there are, regardless of any of that stuff. We need to win the game. How can you help our team win the game? So I always say that's the biggest difference. Mm.
Because first of all, when I seen you at the pro am, I was like, yo, let me go ahead and do what I always do when I was when you were in college. I had to go ahead. Let me just video clip your games because I was like, just
Yeah, man, you see me play for a long time. You see me at Wofford, you see me at Austin, you see me playing a lot of different situations and scenarios. So it was cool getting to see you again and catching up and chopping it up with you for real.
hey, I always support the real of the real.
Yeah, ain't no doubt about that, man. No doubt about that. You hold a very much a pillar in the community of basketball, especially in Charlotte. How you help the community, how you have your own podcast, and you out here with the program stuff like that. So keep doing your thing. It's not going unnoticed. You doing really good.
I'm gonna cry later on with happy tears because, sir, that really meant a lot to me. I'm gonna just cry later on, happy tears. I'm gonna just cry happy tears later on.
What you gotta do. Do what you gotta do.
Cause, so my question is for you. So June is considered men's mental health awareness. So my question is for you, like say as an athlete, but also a man too, how important is mental health and why, from your perspective, why is it hard for like say male athletes or men to be able to be vulnerable?
Pride, prideful individuals, bro. Like men's pride is crazy. Right? Prideful. You know what I'm saying? We just want to stand on what we stand on. Ain't nobody's gonna tell us no different. You know what I'm saying? Especially when you grow up where I grew up at, it was no time for crying and like that. So, like mental health and stuff like that. That's like a not a new thing. It's been around for years, but as far as like the popularity and support of it, just got there like a couple of years ago, in my opinion, probably last 5 to 6, really when COVID hit. So I feel like it's still something brand new. Everybody's trying to understand and not understand, but everybody's trying to see figure out if that's for them or not. Honestly, I feel like people understand mental health. It's just trying to figure out whether it's for them or not. I think it's cool that we have a mental health awareness month for men. I wish it was not in the summertime when everybody's outside partying and whatnot. Ain't nobody gonna be thinking about mental health at this point. But I feel like it's definitely a good month, or definitely a good thing we have. Sure. I think the best way for a man to really sit there and really want to go to therapy or go and make themselves better, it's just on them, really and truthfully. That's really why I feel like men struggle with themselves. It's just the prideful people. There's no real other thing to it. I think a lot of people make doubtful of it, or let's say they're skeptical of the situation or whatever, or like the method, whatever. I mean, in reality, bro, it's just pride. Like, you really just some people just feel like they can't handle it and deal with a lot of their stuff on their own. Sometimes that works, but most of the time it doesn't. So I would recommend anybody that really feel like they're going through a lot, or they feel alone, or whatever the case might be. Like, I would definitely reach out and talk to somebody. You don't have to be a specialist, bro. Literally your wife, your girlfriend, your dad, your mom, your brother, someone you know that you can just that is close to you that when you talk, they. That's why I really think at the end of the day, that's all people need, someone to listen to them when they talk. And I feel like, what I'm saying, therapy is cool. You can have therapists. I feel like they're more specialized to help you with different techniques and methods to make you feel better. But overall, at the end of the day, we're the best therapies here to just get out whatever emotion is in you, and be able to express it without being judged or feeling like you sound crazy or weak or, what I'm saying, anything outside of what you feel like you really are perceived. I feel like if you're wrong, as long as you're able to talk about what you feel, but that's my opinion. I could be wrong, but I know I
Because for me, I always say this. I believe a man's mental health needs to be more normalized. I feel like it needs to be more recognized. And when it comes to a man's mental health, I take that to heart. I take it very seriously because for me, like they got emotions. Do you know? It's like, and then they have so much weight on their shoulders. You know, they have to be considered strong all the time. But I'm like thinking to myself, even the strongest man alive, Jesus wept. It even says it on the Bible, Jesus wept. So, and for me, I feel like they need that safe space. And if I'm the type of, like, for me, it's like if a man or somebody from my life, a man or a friend or somebody needs that safe space, look, I'm here. I ain't gonna judge. I may not understand, but I'm very empathetic. You have a voice. I'm here to listen. You need an input, you let me know. But I'm here to listen because you have a voice and you matter. And that's on period.
I, I agree. The game on, man. So, is there any more questions, man?
Yeah, I do have one more question for a
I'm
couple
just
more
saying.
questions. You
I'm just
said you look like you sound like you just. My question is, how would you describe your journey?
Hmm. I would just. Mm, you know that kid that doesn't get picked to play basketball in like a recess? Yeah, that motherfucker should have picked me. Motherfucker should have picked me. That's how I see my journey as. I should have been the one that should have got picked because I'm still the one playing and everybody else is not playing. And in a time when they wouldn't let me play, and everybody that wouldn't let me play aren't even playing anymore. I'm still playing. So if I describe it in a short little sentence like that, I would describe it like that. But if I describe it in more detail, I would just say, man, this is my journey as a true testament of hard work and faith, bro. That's really what it comes down to. I just have a lot of belief and confidence in myself, regardless of what coach do or a player do or whatever, a teammate doesn't matter. I just really have like I just keep working. Like I work up every day. I work out 2 times a day, 3 times a day, 1 time a day. It doesn't matter. Like I just get in the gym or I get in any type of workout setting and try to improve myself as best I can. And I feel like that's what kept me from being like everybody else. I just always wanted to work. I always wanted to do something to get better. And even if I was or wasn't getting better, usually I wasn't getting better. But even on the times that didn't seem like I was getting better or I was struggling, those were the best times because I knew that this is my floor. So the ceiling got to be somewhere up there. I got to jump and go get it. That's how I always thought about it. I always maneuvered through it because I played in a crazy generation of hoopers. I played with the craziest. Like you said, you mentioned Asia. I played with Seventh Woods. I played with Tevin Mack. Like I played with players that were big time names in South Carolina, PJ Dozier. And I'm still up there playing with the rest of them now. And I tell you right now, if you put us in the lineup, everybody's not picking me. everyone's not picking me. And the lineup of names I just named, no one's picking me to keep playing. I'm still playing. I'm still up there with the rest of them. And honestly, that's just a blessing in itself. And it makes me not want to even stop. It makes me want to keep going and catch up and surpass a lot of them. So I feel like my journey's just been awesome. I'm just super blessed for it. Super blessed to have the things happen to me the way I have, and I'm just thanking God for every day for it. And I just can't wait to see what's next. Honestly, for me.
It's like the song that you skipped and then realized how dope that song was.
It ain't even the song, bro. You just like the album you didn't listen to, and now you're going back and like, dang, it was like this. Next, dang, he got another one. Next, like it's like that's how I see my career. I'm like one of them albums that's a Grammy nominated album. Like I really feel like I got a Grammy. I work on a Grammy album every day with my body, my mental, my physical. Like I'm working on something special. That's how I see it. That's why when everybody sees me and where I'm at, they all like, I didn't think you was gonna get here. Good thing I didn't have your brain. You feel me?
Mhm.
So,
So, wait, let me go ahead and put my pen right here. So, my last question is so I'm going to say authentic because bona fide means authentic. So, what makes Mr. Chavez Goodwin authentic and what makes you just stands out?
I'm just myself. I don't really trying to be nobody else or try to, you know what I'm saying, like fit in or whatever. I'm a big heart. So like I show love to everybody. Like I'm never the type of person to be like, do something dirty to somebody or whatever the case might be. Like I always show love to everybody. Like it don't matter how small the love is. It could be as simple as liking somebody's Instagram story because they went graduated or they went it was their birthday or when you know what I'm saying, like they just look good or whatever. You know what I'm saying? I'm the type of person like I'm supporting you just for just the fact that you stepping outside your shell and you being yourself. Like I feel like that's dope. You should get love for that alone. You know what I'm saying? I feel like a lot of people take that for granted or whatever because life is so crazy. People's attention spans are so small, so short. It sucks. But for me, I'm authentically myself. Like I love what I love. You know what I'm saying? I love all people that love me. I love my God. On top of all that, I'm just really grateful and thankful and humble for everything I have in my life. And I feel like at the end of the day, I feel like everybody should be like that. And it's gonna look different. It's gonna seem different for everybody, how they do that. But for me, it's gonna be legit. Always authentic. Mm.
So, but I know that's right though, for real. Like, one thing for sure though, let me tell you this. I'm super proud of you, and I always tell you that. And you do have a big heart, that part. And folks need to understand like you were really a good dude and you be supporting like you do support and like I said I'm always say I'm just super proud of you of all the journey you've gone through. It's just you continue to do what you love to do and passionate about. To me that really just makes my heart warm. So I just want to give you your flowers. So
Appreciate you. I appreciate you from one real one to another one. I appreciate you. For real. Thank you.
you can you let the folks know how and where they can follow you if there's anything upcoming for you?
I got a lot of stuff in the works right now. I'm actually working on my own little podcast. But to follow me and find all the information on what I got going on, follow me on Instagram at Goodwin, Chevez.Goodwin. And also you can follow me on what's it called X. I don't like calling it like that. I'll call it Twitter. Follow me on Twitter at Chevez Goodwin. And yeah, man, you can find me on YouTube as well. Got a YouTube page up too, Chevez Goodwin as well. Um, yeah. So if you want to, what I'm saying, follow my journey, what I got going on, I'm posting all that stuff on there right now. Got a lot of stuff up there. So, but I got a lot of stuff in the works too with my podcast coming and a lot of different cool, exciting stuff that I can't wait to show and put on display for people, especially the content consumers. So just stay tuned and keep watching me. That's all I can really say right now.
And I'm here for that podcast, for real, for real.
All right.
I'm here. So Thank you guys for tuning in. Special thank you for Chavez Goodwin for sharing your story. You could definitely check out the live replay after this. Thank you guys. Peace.